What is up, YouTube? DGWhipZ back again with another video. Today's 110 degrees. I'm literally melting. There's no way I can stand out in the sun right there. It's like insta death. But today, I don't care how hot it is. I'm trying to get the G35 running and driving today. It's not going to be done, obviously. I still got to do the fuel system and everything with the injectors and stuff, but I think I can get the car to start and run and be able to move under its own power and everything and make sure there's no leaks. See if you got any boost leaks or anything. I'm not going to get it into boost really, but I just want to see how it's going to act, make sure everything is good. And then once we get that done, we can start doing the gauges and all that stuff, which that should be pretty easy and pretty straightforward. It's just some wires and stuff, so pretty easy. I think we'll have to do some cutting with the intercooler piping. I really gotta get some bends in and be really custom with it. This car is not meant to do this, so you really gotta get creative. I have to worry about ground clearance, I have to worry about hitting drive shafts, axles, or being too close to something that shouldn't get too hot. So it's very, very particular to get the cold side piping to work. I did have to get more pipes, couplers, etc., etc., but I am gonna have to probably cut some stuff. So let's go ahead and get into that right now. So I actually relocated the intercooler. I know now I have some like ugly holes, but the intercooler was like over here and that was cool. However, I was having problems of having this pipe like clear the tire. I still am kind of worried about it clearing the tire. It should be good, but I don't want this to rub, obviously. I have to remove the windshield washer reservoir. Figured I don't really need it anyway. Like, it's not a big deal to like have fluid to wash my windshield. That's not really a race car-y thing to have, so it's whatever. I do need to remove this little bracket that holds the fender well in and stuff and get some stuff out of the way. I do think I want to keep my wires and stuff though. I might run an intercooler sprayer with my washer pump stuff. Since it's already hooked up and I have a button hooked up for it, I can easily just run a sprayer to spray the intercooler. So that might be cool. But yeah, my goal is to get this pipe through this control arm right here. And if I can't do that, I will have to go under, but it's really gonna mess with my ground clearance and that's gonna be a little tough. So pretty much have this side done. This is looking pretty cool. They got the blow off valve right here. I think that's really unique. You're gonna be able to like see it and everything. I'll have to obviously route the vacuum line all the way back there. Not a big deal at all. This is gonna go through the oil lines. I think I want to make this a 90. I do have a 90 lying around. I might swap it out really quick. I pretty much have this going right here. Once this is up, it'll pretty much clear it's not gonna hit the tire. It'll be fine. You can see that's where the fender well is supposed to go anyway, so it should be good. Once it's all connected, this will work, and then I'm just gonna cut this and probably put like a 45 or something right here, and then that'll go straight to the master airflow sensor. I'm gonna replace these couplers. These are not gonna hold boost like at all, so these are really trash. They're old, they're eBay, and they're all hard and everything, and I'm not gonna use hose clamps. I got T-bolt clamps now, so we'll replace that, no big deal. I can still use this pipe though. This is perfectly fine. It's just an aluminum pipe. But yeah, let's get the cold side finished. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking right now so far. Got everything tightened up right here. This is how most people are doing it. They're running through this control arm right here. It does seem like there's just enough room and enough play to where it'll kind of be okay with the suspension. I don't want it to crush like the pipe, and I'm glad there's a coupler here, so it will take some of the flex if it does a little bit. I don't want it to obviously crush the coupler completely though. If this doesn't work and like things are getting ruined and I'm just getting a bunch of noise or whatever, I will just run it underneath. I'd rather not, but I'm just gonna have to be super careful about my ground clearance everywhere. I really don't want to like ding up all my intercooler piping everywhere, because that'll introduce boost leaks and that won't be fun. I actually have it almost done. Have it going over the subframe brace here, and then this will kind of do one of these, and then I just need a straight shot right there, and then I should be good. I am gonna use plumber's tape and really secure the intercooler piping. That way it doesn't really move around anywhere, or at least not as much. And I don't want it to touch the exhaust obviously, or any moving parts like the drive shaft. That'd be no good. So this should be pretty much good though. Just got to go right there and then finish over there, and then the intercooler piping will pretty much be done. Okay, so I have the cold side fully connected. Now I think I am gonna have to cut a little bit on this pipe right here. I think it's a little too long because this elbow is at an angle and it's a little awkward, and I might not even clear the hood like that. But if it does, then it's cool. If it doesn't leak, cool, but it is a little whack. I had to just get an AutoZone 3-inch coupler. I forgot I needed another 3-inch. I ordered 2 more to replace those 2 right there, but I didn't order another one. I also need some T-bolts because I had to use the hose clamps. Probably not the best, most ideal, but hopefully it's okay. I'm not really trying to get in a boost right now anyway. It's just to see if everything's gonna work. We can see we have it routed right here. I'm really praying that's gonna clear the wheel. It should, because all the lines are right there, so I don't see why it would. Up and over and through the suspension, really tight, but I think it's gonna work. It actually doesn't hang too low. It hangs just about the height of the exhaust, maybe a little lower. And then I got a hanger right there on the transmission. I put some duct tape around it just so it wouldn't like make noise and vibrate. Up and over the exhaust right here, and then through over the subframe brace to the turbo. I do need to put that pipe back there under the sway bar because it will hit the axle if it moves even the littlest bit, which it will. So if it hits the axle and it's going fast, that's not going to be good. So, but yeah, definitely you need a lot of 40 degrees. You need a lot of couplers, T-bolt clamps. You need a lot of stuff. So, and a lot of pipes. So this was really nifty, but I think I got it figured out. I'm gonna put the car down just to see my clearance and if we're gonna have noise issues or anything like that. And hopefully it doesn't absolutely get destroyed by the suspension. I know it's really sketch, but that's what people are doing. So if that's what they're doing, then fuck it. I also had a leak right here. I went ahead and tightened that up. It was kind of hand tight. I went ahead and just tightened up with the wrench. And then I'm pretty sure I fixed a leak back there. The oil fitting was just not, it wasn't gonna work. It was too flared, and I had to get a shorter one that was made for a turbo. So went ahead and did that. Now I think we're good to start the car right now. Let's see. I'm really nervous, but let's see what happens. I can hear the pump is on. Oh, we're still fucking leaking, bro. Fuck. Okay, so it's leaking like hilariously bad, and I really don't know why, because there's an O-ring on that fitting and it's in there pretty tight. I mean, I can keep tightening it, but I don't know if I'm just gonna blow out the threads in the turbo or just the fitting's just gonna be ruined. I don't know, but I don't understand why I'm leaking so bad. Okay, so I'm waiting on a fitting that's specifically made for a turbo. That might be why. That was like just a regular 4AN fitting. I got a fitting with the copper washer. It should be here any minute actually, but while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna try to get the boost gauge set up so I can see if I'm making any boost. I just have the dash taken apart right here. I just have it just enough to where I can pull it out of the way and like feed the wires and vacuum line, and then I'll have to drill a hole through the firewall and make a grommet so water doesn't get inside. That way I can get the vacuum line to a T so I can actually gauge the boost, and then just power and ground, and then all the stuff right here. I don't know if I'm gonna do the dimmers and stuff. I might, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, so I got everything hooked up besides the vacuum line, which that's no problem. How I went through the firewall was there's this little rubber cover for the rack, for the steering rack. You just need to cut a little hole into it and then seal it up later. Just make sure no water gets in. And then I have the vacuum line running through there. I'll probably need to make that hole bigger or something because it's only big enough for the vacuum line. Everything is hooked up. I have it hooked up. I have the gauge hooked up to the cigarette lighter, so it'll only come on when I turn the car on, or at least accessories, and it works. And I have it grounded back there. Obviously, I'm gonna tighten everything up and clean up here, but I just need to do the rest for the wideband and the oil pressure sensor. I got my oil pressure gauge from AutoZone and it was like 25 bucks. Go ahead and do all that boring stuff off camera and we'll show you the final result. And by the way, if you have your exhaust done at a shop and you don't do it yourself like me, have them weld in an extra O2 lung right here. This is what your wideband sensor is going to connect to, because you're going to need to either weld this in yourself, or you got to drill a hole and get a clamp that'll clamp on this sensor for you, which you can do either or. It's like 20 bucks for the clamp off eBay, or you can get off Glow Shift as well. But I asked them to just weld this in for me so that way I can just unscrew this. Oh, a little smaller. So I can just unscrew that and then just put the sensor right in, and then that'll be that. So pretty easy. Okay, so this is a few days later. I had to do some thinking and brainstorming and research on what was going on. I could not get that to stop leaking, and then I got that part to stop leaking, and then it started coming out into the turbine housing and the exhaust and intake and everything. So obviously we just had too much oil pressure inside the turbo, and I think we had a few issues here. So right now I have things disassembled. I'll have the whole bumper off. Again, it's a wiring mess in here, but the gauge, the oil pressure gauge is in and it does work and lights up. So does the boost gauge. I ended up using copper wire instead of that crappy nylon because the nylon wasn't long enough anyway. And also this can handle heat very well, so I don't have to worry about that. And so far it actually isn't leaking anything, and it's not coming into the turbine housing or anything. And I have this clear here. It'll actually come, when it was having too much pressure built up in the turbo, it'll actually come out this port right here for the vacuum port. Let's go ahead and start up for you guys. Okay, so car sounds amazing. You definitely can hear the oil pump. You hear that whining noise. That's just the external oil pump. It's going to be noisy, and I didn't want to spend like $300-400 just to have one that's like quieter. I don't care. The car's already loud. I don't care. It's actually not leaking anything. Wow. Amazing, actually. We're looking good. So right now, I'm just going to tighten up a few things, and I think we can get this driving today. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh, I love how the air fuel ratio gauge looks. Oh, that's so cool. I think it's time to actually get this on the road and see if we can make boost. All right, super nervous, but I'm gonna prime it for a second. Oops, my windshield wipers are on and my blinker, that's cool. All right, let's go. Does run a little rough. Obviously the car doesn't know what the fuck's going on, so good oil pressure. That's good. Cold start oil pressure at 60 psi. The air fuel ratio does have to warm up. There we go. We're at optimal AFR. That's good. That's supposed to be perfect. You can see we're running vacuum on our boost gauge, so that's working. All right, let it warm up for a little bit, and then go ahead and get out of here. I'll make sure I'm on my rich map. That way I don't run lean for some reason. If we start running lean, we'll obviously have to chill out, but I'm glad it's working though. Everything's working good. All right, we're warmed up here. Oh man, we go super lean when we're off the gas. Oh God. Super lean when we're off the gas. Let's do a little bit. Actually, I gotta be careful here. Yeah, that. Once we get around this corner, we should be at a good temperature. It's only 87 today? What the hell? It's been 110 the last like week. Oh my God, guys, we just hit boost. Oh, I didn't even really gun it either. Oh, that was crazy. It sounded amazing. No, I can't rev it too hard. I am not tuned, and I do still want to be careful, but... Yes! Oh my God. I'll make sure you guys can hear the blow valve. I can feel the car kicking too. That's crazy when it goes on the boost. And I'm not even tuned, and I'm not giving it, I'm giving it half throttle maybe. Oh my god, guys, this is so exciting. Oh, it's raining too. Yeah! Oh my god, guys. Yes. Oh, that's amazing. I do have a little bit of smoke coming out of the exhaust, so I am gonna head back. Yeah, I definitely see smoke still. So we still got an oiling issue. We're gonna have to work on that. But man, guys, getting into boost was amazing just now. It was only 5 pounds of boost, but wow. All that hard work pays off. Okay, so yeah, oil is definitely getting in the exhaust still. I figured, you know, I have it hooked up right to the scavenge pump here. I moved it pretty much straight to the turbo, so it should be sucking everything out. But even when I vented it, it was still like having issues. So I don't think the pump is weak sauce. I don't know. Something is going on to where it's just too much oil in the turbo. I even have a restrictor. It shouldn't be getting a super lot of oil. I mean, I'm getting good oil pressure to the turbo still, but man, getting it to be perfect and not do this is very difficult. So I am gonna have to do some research, do some more experimenting, and figure that part out before I can finish everything, get it tuned. I don't want to take it to the tuner when it's smoking like that. It's a little much, but the boost controller is hooked up in the trunk right now. It's gonna be actually mounted in the dash, so I'm gonna do that in a second. I just want to get everything situated first. I really wanted to drive the car, but yeah, I drove it and it made boost, and we're smoking, but it's all good. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got the Jeep boosted finally. Still got a lot of stuff to work on. Cosmetics, oiling is the big one. Once the oil's done, we're pretty much free to go. I don't even think we have boost leaks really. We were making 5 pounds like pretty easily, and I didn't even really get on the gas. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you're new to the channel and you like the build, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time.